gentlemen, we're good to go again. Let's all welcome, finally for your record, you have David Kallo.
We have coming to the cage, David the Destroyer Kallo. He works in the hydraulics industry, and this is his first fight. And he said he's going to win by knockout in round one. He's having a little chat with him backstage. He didn't really want to talk to me. Just wanted to come here and fight, do his thing. He's a man of few words and a lot of action. My kind of fighter. Well, I'm the exact opposite of that. I'm a man of many words and little action. But David Kallo does all his talking in the cage.
Let's all welcome his opponent, making his way to your blue corner, you have Martin Stuart.
This is actually Martin's second time through the white collar MMA program. So he's done 2 8-week courses. He had a fight on the last time, and he lost last time. So he's done the course again, and this time he's looking for that big win. He's very, very confident. He's a warehouse supervisor. Here's Martin Stuart. I was chatting to him before the fight, and he was very confident about this one. And there's a bit of a buzz about this fight at the show. A couple of people were saying to watch David Kallo versus Martin Stuart. 2 guys that like to throw bombs and have a little brawl in the middle. My kind of fight. Gonna have a little bit of a reach difference between these two, definitely. Martin Stewart's got longer reach of the two, but this isn't like a UFC size cage. I think a UFC cage is about 28 foot, depending on the cage. Yeah, this is like, I think this is probably an 18, 20 foot cage, so it's a lot less room to move than a normal cage, and that makes it's actually a bit of an advantage for the grapplers generally, I find. Because the strikers, they can't get their footwork going, they can't do all that distance finding. Oh, big leg kick from David Kallo straight away. Nice. Nice left hook from David Kallo. David Kallo getting a little bit better of the boxing exchanges here, even though he's the shorter fighter. Just staying in the pocket, covering that distance really well. Whereas Martin Stuart, he needs to use more jabs. If he had a snappy jab, oh, he has knocked out the gum shield of David Kallo. Martin with a lot of support here. Oh, lovely right hand. Oh, another one. Now Martin Stewart's starting to get his timing. Oh, but here, left hook. David's landed a nice few shots, but he just hasn't had quite a lot behind it at the moment. Hasn't done any damage with it. Whereas Martin Stewart's straight right seems to just put David on the back foot just a little bit. Nice little switch kick. Sometimes you do the 8-week program, you do a lot of sparring. Often it's light sparring. What's very interesting is Martin Stewart keeps kind of letting his gum shield just hang out of his mouth. Stops being effective if you let it do that. Oh, both fighters eating some hooks. Both guys maybe just not loading up on the shots that much. Just not a lot of power being landed at the moment. Oh, lovely with the power on that leg kick. Oh, now he's finding his range, is Martin Stuart. Very interesting round one, very, very interesting. Really good. This is Elite Combat MMA. Best looking ring girl in the business. I have no idea how they are going to score round 1 here at Elite Combat MMA. David Kallo is smiling. I think he's enjoying this. And Martin Stuart, one hand on the cage, having a little lean, jaunty stance, waiting for the bus. Both guys so composed for the, this being a very entry-level white-collar fight. Sometimes the nerves and coming out, and often, fighters get nervous. They're very tentative, or they go the other way. They're looking in for that knockout in a minute, just get it over and done with, so they don't have to be in there anymore. And that's it could be a very bad strategy. You could get tired so quickly. But both these guys, David Kallo and Martin Stuart, being so composed. David works in hydraulics, used to figuring out how to operate tall machinery. Not that I'm calling Martin Stuart tall machinery. Oh, lovely shot. Nice leg kick. Better right hand for it though. Oh, another right. The straight rights are just getting through. Oh, a very desperate trip there from Martin. Body in the wrong position, not the right grips. Overcommitted to it. Oh, did he hit a big knee then? Oh, interesting. Martin Stewart's defense to the clinch was very suspect then. If I was David Kallo, I'd hope I read that and try and turn this into a clinch battle. Nice leg kick again from Martin Stuart. Nice. That long right, it's getting through consistently for Martin Stuart. Oh, David Kallo landing a few big shots in a row. Taking some deep breaths though. Oh, Martin Stuart coming back with some big shots of his own. The crowd have got it right. The crowd are calling for underhooks. Some good instruction there. Good. See the outside trip there for Martin Stuart. It's just not a good move from this position where you're pressed up against the cage. You want body control. You want to dig for underhooks, then you can control who's against the cage, and then you can make separation, then you can go for your outside trip. Yeah, he's doing well now. Over under. Oh, excellent round 2. I have no idea how you score that one. What a closest fight it's been. Definitely Crowder on the side of Martin Stuart, but doesn't necessarily mean he's the one winning. David Kallo having a little giggle and a joke with his corner. Clearly not suffering any fatigue. This will be our third and final round. It's a 2-minute round under these white-collar MMA rules. By 2 minutes, you put your microwave on for 2 minutes. Feels like a very short amount of time, but when these two guys are trying to knock each other out, feels like an eternity, and it's so exhausting. You have adrenal fatigue, you're mixing together different energy systems, wrestling, grappling, clinch work, striking, kicking, and even 3-2s it can seem like an eternity. In my last few fights, I was fighting 5-minute rounds, and they just felt so long and so tiring. And yet, people watch the UFC that have never got in a cage in their life and judge some of the best fighters in the world for getting tired. Nice kick there from Martin Stuart. David Kallo with a counter left hook. Martin Stuart running in, looking for a finish. David Kallo driving back himself. Oh, is he behind him on the neck? Could be a bulldog choke. It is a bulldog choke. This is very hard to finish, this headlock choke. What David Kallo needs to do is walk his hips forward so he leans back on the neck of Martin Stuart. Pretty much the opposite of what he's doing right now. He needs to get his hands together, walk forward and lean backwards, and that more pressure on the back of Martin Stewart's neck and damages posture. Martin Stuart eating a lot of big shots. He's out on a single, but he's eating. I think it's all over. David Kallo with a win. What a performance for David Kallo. Martin Stewart couldn't answer the bulldog choke position there of David Kallo. What a performance, backwards and forwards fight. Very, very close, and then he got that bulldog choke. It was all over. That headlock position.
Ladies and gentlemen, by way of third round referee stoppage, your winner is in the corner, David Kallo.
David, you've got to talk to me, buddy. Yeah, you do. There must be someone here you want to thank.
Sorry?
There must be someone here you want to say thank you to.
I'd like to thank all my friends and family for coming. Thanks for the support.
And David, what's next for you, buddy?
Well, hopefully I'm at your next.
Let's hear it for one more time. Your winner, David